Thanks. Who's this?
I can't hear you, Tony Tinker.
Well, I have a defective telephone. Who's calling, please?
This is Kiwi Farms, Tony Tinker.
Sounds more like Timmy Time. How you doing, man?
Alright.
So what's
Okay,
cooking?
man.
Huh?
Well, I worked on my bladder and prostate. Fucked it up even more.
Oh man, what you let them cut on you?
Fucker, like you're doing biopsy at 7:28 a.m. He goes, well, since you're here, I'm gonna do this, and I'm like,
Oh shit.
took my money shot away from me, basically.
Ah.
I didn't know what to do. I was laying there, and I have been in horrendous pain for years. He said it was some mass damage, and they got away from that. He kept saying the C word, it's like, what the fuck? So I let him do it.
Oh man. Listen, I've had to have the camera running because of attacks on me.
Oh, yeah, well, those are Romanians. Romanian guys are Romanian.
Attacking me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been getting dogged.
Name Josh.
Huh?
Joshua.
Josh Moon?
Yeah,
He's a white
Joshua.
boy from the south. Lives in
No,
mommy's basement.
he can't even pronounce the word Tucson. He's from Romania. He lives in Romania.
Uh, I don't know. I really have been trying to avoid that shit. Hang on, I'm having trouble with. Well, yeah, he claims to live overseas, but the players that did you ever join another message board? Uh, those guys are all American IT DoD contractors.
And these people are really fucking dumb, dude.
What?
Trolling the fuck out of them is actually pretty cool.
Say what?
You're trolling the fuck out of them.
Oh, I know. Oh, are you at Kiwi Farms watching this? Ha 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 ha. Wait a minute. I need to step away from the camera. They couldn't even sell it off at 810. The 810 guys blew them off when they tried to put it there. It's like you're out of your fucking mind. You don't see any evidence of it. Well, they've actually caused some harm now. I'm shut down the Twitter and the Facebook for a month, and I need to be advertising for my pet show. Oh, that what I refuse to talk to no, that one. Yeah, I was in any state of mind that I need to focus on other things. I can't be fighting these people, right? Because I need to get prosecuted. I cannot be engaging them. I cannot be engaging them on to get it prosecuted. If I engage them, that takes away the hate crime. That's what I'm accepting. I'm asking for trouble by being here now. What username? What username? What username? I won't go down. go what? Sycophant Comey? That's why? Comey, like the FBI director? Right, okay, gotcha. Okay, that's what I wanted to step away from the camera for. Well, I had. Did you report the video? So I haven't. Huh?
The racist.
I know I haven't. I haven't reported. I haven't reported the video, but I'll pass the video off to the. They assigned the complaint to the hate crime investigator.
I can't hear you with this shit.
I said the Tucson police assigned the complaint to the hate crime investigator.
Oh, cool. They said he murdered a woman or some shit.
They said I drove some woman to suicide, and that's not it at all. Do you know Richard Whiteside's up in Shasta?
Yeah,
This was a friend of his, total fucking tinfoil hat, right? But she did real good PowerPoint presentations. I asked her to do one for me, and she totally did it not the way I wanted it. And then she got pissed off at me when I told her how I had wanted it done. And then there was a couple of contacts where I got pissed off at her for getting pissed off at me. And that was it. And then about 6 months, a year later, she committed suicide. So the Kiwis got hold of the shit between us and say I drove her to suicide.
They're tracking every inch of your life. It's quite amazing.
I know. You should see this one. You gotta. I should let you. No, I shouldn't do that.
You gotta come up with like.
You gotta try and join another message board, man.
Yeah, I've been on there too. You gotta like fucking play it off like they gotta believe in that Timmy Time is Tommy Tudor and they're all fucked up now.
Hey, are you gonna make it home this year?
I don't know.
I have to get there, and I have to get from there to the 50th. How well do you know Joaquin?
Joaquin. Where's the gathering gonna be?
Do you know who Joaquin is? That was Little Hawk's sidekick.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know that well.
Yeah, his daddy was Medal of Honor winner, Navy pilot.
So hey man, they took away the Rainbow Family Gathering.
I saw that. They got it shut down, the assholes, which is really fucked up because, that's fucked up because there was a lot of international posting in there. It had nothing to do with the North American bullshit. Nothing to do with rainbows. That was so fucked up what you guys did to that. And that they ruined it. They totally ruined it for the international family.
Yeah, I don't know how they put Adam, your boy Adam.
I confronted him about that in Twitter, but he kind of, didn't want to cop to anything.
He's best friends with Carly now. Whatever.
Oh, she's weird. I have her blocked. I have all the Timmy Time girls blocked. They're fucking nuts.
Fuck them all, man.
I got them all blocked. Kimberly, Angela, Carly.
Fucking Hoffman, fucking Melissa Nolan, fucking. I guess
who? Melissa? Who? Melissa? Who?
Milleron.
I don't know. Do you know Sherry Boss and Cheryl Paolini?
No, I hate fucking Sherry Boss. No, Boss is alright. I hate that Cheryl Poloni. She's a radical fucking leftist fucking whore.
Oh, and a total fucking skanky redneck cracker. Total fucking cracker.
America, fucking progressive hate America so fucking bad. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's just a privileged white woman from the deep south.
Your tribe, Tommy.
My tribe, my ass. My tribe, I'm an unorthodox Jew. And as far as the rainbow family tribe goes, I'm one of the traveling artists. I'd rather be in something commercial the way they've destroyed it.
How can we these fuckers really good.
I don't know. I don't really troll anybody. I just stand on the truth as I understand it.
Have you been at Kiwi Box today?
Huh? Oh
Have you
yeah.
been at Kiwi?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You should see some of the shit oh man. Can you still hear me? I put the phone down.
Is that Joshua Moon guy around?
I just started a conversation with him this morning. With him and the idiot that's like, you know, my tar wrangler or whatever the fuck they call the one guy's role.
Have you met my friend Timmy Time? He didn't know what the fuck was going on. He called me up and shit, man. He's a Romanian, man.
Josh Knoll is a Romanian?
Yeah, he's in Romania.
Yeah, but he's not born there, is he?
Well,
He's not born there, is he?
I think so. He can't even pronounce Tucson. He can't pronounce certain American words.
Oh, you're going. I never listened to that video. I probably should, huh?
Oh yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So now that they've fucked up your junk, are you free to travel? It's showtime, man.
I'm still recovering.
We're starting on the 15th.
I almost fucking relapsed again off the pain medication. I pulled it together really fucking quick. Are you a heroin addict?
Say what?
Are you a heroin addict?
Who?
You.
I've done heroin fewer times in my whole life than your average heroin addict does in one day.
Are you a practicing heroin addict right now?
Who, me?
Yeah.
In my entire life, I've only used heroin as less. I've used heroin less than your average heroin addict uses in one day. In my whole life.
I argued with that dude all a few days ago about you're not a heroin addict.
Was someone getting on your case about that?
I go, Timmy Time for heroin addict. It's not common.
Oh, people were trying to say that I was a heroin addict?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I've never injected it. And I think I've smoked it less than 5 times in my whole fucking life.
Yeah, you're rubbing on your teeth or something.
No, not at all. I had some about 10 years ago. That and then somebody, I was complaining about my jaw last year, and somebody gave me a little bit, but I didn't use it because as soon as it had fentanyl in it. It was like, oh no, no. Huh? Oh, don't go there. The wall is a bad idea, and it's not going to stop any contraband because the contraband comes over the border in trucks on greased palms. It's not going to stop the flow of fentanyl. No, please. I really don't want to go there, okay?
It's another slave race used by the Democrat Party. They don't have to live with the animals.
It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. The Republicans are lying to you just worse than the Democrats are, and the bankers are playing both ends from the middle.
I can barely hear you, man.
I said it's all an illusion. Both parties are playing both ends from the middle. I mean, both parties are, the Republicans are lying just as bad as the Democrats, and the bankers play both ends from the middle.
You mean the 3 Americans that were slaughtered in the last 3 days by illegal aliens? That's all an illusion?
Bye, Jimmy. I'm not. Bye. I'm not in the mood for this. Happy day, man. Thanks for calling. Take it sleazy. Bye. Say goodbye, Timmy.
No, Kiwi Farms, man.
Yeah, well, don't be going into that immigrant shit in the wall, or I'm hanging up.
I'm your new ally, man. I've been protecting him there for like a month now.
I have, there's a guy named Grand Marquis that's stepping up at AMB lately. Huh?
Half these fuckers are out of country, man. Yeah, they're not here in the United States. I'd say half and half, from what I've discovered. He's in Romania. He was in America. He can't even get his fucking computer back because he doesn't have the money. He's running off some old fucked up computer. He can't even speak proper English. Well, you online right now?
Oh yeah, I have Noel in a private message right now. It says, here, check this out. This is funny as shit. Here, check this out. I sent Noel and Yawning Sneasel a message, privileges and royalties. At the moment, there are 2 witnesses to my complaint of conspiracy to rip my IP, adulterated and harass and defame me, that the TPD is interviewing. We are not talking about a civil complaint, and the TPD seems to be taking it seriously now. You made an unacceptable offer of royalties before. What are you offering now? It's going to take a minimum of $100 a month with opportunities to make more if you expect me to drop the criminal complaint and entertain this crowd to the fullest ability of my ability as an entertainer. I'm also respectfully requesting that you restore my ability to edit my profile and post.
Wow. Yeah, they're sort of intimidated by the fact that there's law involved. They are intimidated by that. They are scared of that.
Woohoo.
That Moon guy and some of the big players that are involved.
Yawning Sneasel tries to think that he's a big timer. Have you seen Yawning Sneasel's
Squiggy?
Squiggy? I don't know any Squiggy.
Squiggy, I wrote their name again. I tried to read on the phone. Oh shit, my bagel went bad, Tommy. My bagel went bad, Tommy.
Your bagel? I'm upset. I bought some bagels. I wanted some lox and bagels. And I bought some lox and bagels, and I thought I was buying a bag of mixed bagels, and they all turned out, except for the one poppy seed bagel. But it was one sesame seed bagel, and then the rest of them were cinnamon, which don't really go real well with lox.
I recorded it, and they use the N-word quite a bit, and they are fucking racist. Yeah. I would say they are racist. They just throw that N-word out too freely. But he was trying to get information up from me on the phone. I go, fuck that. Because you want to come online? What's your favorite Tommy Tudor story? I go, when he gets you in court.
Yeah, that's going to be my favorite story, is watching these guys get led into the courtroom in handcuffs. I've been baiting them with that, with I'm going to sue you shit for years.
I go, when he gets you in court, that'll be my favorite Tommy.
Yeah, right. I've been baiting them with the threat of a lawsuit for years, and they finally gotten so bold that their conspiracy is undeniable, and they've committed a crime that actually, they've committed a crime against me that is actually demonstrably financially harmful. I need to be online right now to advertise my business.
Why don't you get a new phone, man, so I can fucking hear you?
I've been trying. Don't get me going on that. I've returned 2 in the last 2 months. I've been trying for 2 months. And then I went in the store the other day, and they didn't have the ones I wanted to buy. They only had the more expensive ones. And I'm trying to get away with replacing the phone for under $75.
Did you actually go to Denver?
Oh yeah, I went to Wyoming too. Got laid, but it didn't work out. He prefers men. He wasn't ready for a dominant woman in his life. He prefers men.
And then you lost your place?
Huh?
You lost your apartment?
Yeah, I moved. I'm on the south side now, near south side.
No.
I'm not much further from downtown, but I'm south of
You're in the
downtown
barrio.
instead of east of it. Huh?
You in the barrio, Bato.
I'm in the barrio Santa Rosa. I'm right across the street. I'm right across the street from a church that's stuck back in the neighborhood.
Wow. Yeah, well, maybe I'll be able to move around this summer, man.
Yeah, well, you don't do me any good this winter, but I definitely I have to get home. I need to get home. I need to get Joaquin's got a landing pad for us in New York. Yeah.
Hey, you know who? Lenny guy died.
Yeah, Lenny died, and from what I understand, the last year of his life was just terribly sad. Somebody shot his dog finally, and somebody was like suing him over something.
Yeah. Lenny's gone. Lenny Bedelia.
You know, what is that? Nicole's old man's name? Is Lenny Nicole's old man's name? Nicole Padilla. That sister from that crazy mama sister from Albuquerque.
Crazy mama.
What's all that noise in the line?
Oh, wait a minute. That's my phone's broken, and where I plug in at. Every time I move the fucking jack's fucked up. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's the jack in the phone. So every time I move, it fucking goes. I'm not recording you, Tommy. Don't worry.
Oh, well, we're recording. I'm recording you. I told you.
You're recording me?
Yeah, I told you the camera was on along when you first called.
Hey, Kiwi Pops, look.
That's why I told you when you first called. I said, "Look, because I've been getting attacked on the phone, I've been keeping the camera on. Camera was
They've run across.
as soon as the phone rang, I activated the camera.
No, I think that Moon guy, man, I think he's like a fucking closeted homosexual of some sort, man.
Oh, he's got a tranny fetish.
He's a tranny granny.
He's a tranny fetishist. He's a chaser. He's a chaser. These guys, and they love Trustums. They got, in order to be a true transsexual, you have to be able to pass. You have to be totally ultra feminine. Otherwise, you're a fake tranny. That's their crowd. So not only do they have these chaser perverts, but they've got these totally insane motherfucker true transsexuals that the community calls Trustums.
Kiwi Farms is so fucking gay. They actually thought they're on or something. I've never seen a better troll in my life. It's like awesome. Troll the truck out of this fucking idiot.
Well, it's mostly been beneficial to me because people that have any, that aren't insane here, when there's an author like me who's getting this kind of hate directed to him, it's a flag to free-thinking people saying, hey, this person is saying something I probably want to see. So really, overall, for instance, before they got my Twitter account shut down, I was hardly posting there at all until I jumped into the anti-Zionist shit. And then, I went from about 30 followers to almost 300 in just about 6 weeks. And I was getting constantly attacked for being a fake Jew and being transgender and all this happy shit. They're constantly attacking me and totally not addressing any of the premises that I was putting forward about how Zionism is not Judaism and that Zionists are really crappy neighbors.
Right.
So, and I've been standing with the Federation people forever. Yeah, Jews can come and go from there, but Jews can't rule it. That's the way it's
Praise
supposed to be.
Israel.
Huh?
Praise Mother Israel.
Well, that's the thing, and his father Israel. And that's the thing, it was a man, it was a person, not a place. And there were
That's right.
rules. There were rules that were set down for our
There
people
is
that
no
they are
God
not following.
confirmed to have a pet. Yeah, right. You're right.
No, I mean that's where it's at. They're not being Jewish. They're claiming the land in the name of our ancestor, and they're not being Jewish doing it. That's bottom line there.
Man, I gotta give you credit on the way you fucking troll the fuck out of them.
Well,
you're a living legend.
I know. I was before. I was already legend. They used to call me Tommy the Terrorist in the AOL days. The early AOL and around the turn of the century. I was Tommy the Terrorist.
These fools are like all serious about your life and shit. I've never seen anything so fucking funny in my life. It was awesome, dude.
Oh, I know. They want to take one statement that I said. A short statement that I said about how Thomas was tired and I needed to come out. And they want to take that as defining me as a fake tranny trying to come out to get away from trouble or something. I forget. And they want to totally deny, they're telling me all this shit that they experienced and saying I didn't. I'm like, this one, one of them was talking about the mirror, right? And hating what she saw in the mirror and because she knew and I'm like, I'm sorry you were born so masculine, but I'd look at the mirror and I'd be in tears because I had to keep my hair short and I couldn't wear makeup.
Right. That one fool thing to speak English.
Huh?
He couldn't pronounce words. He's running a fucking blog. He couldn't pronounce words.
Well, that's an interesting thought.
I mean, you are a living legend.
Thanks.
Come on. I mean, you are. You should get troll of the year, dude.
Well, yeah. I get troll of the decade, man. At thoughts.com, I'd piss them off all so bad they'd have the whole fucking stack lit up with hate threads against me.
I mean, we should have troll awards like in Hollywood, man. You know what I mean? Troll of the year.
Well, they have lol cow awards at Kiwi Farms.
Oh man, what a bunch of shit. The Timmy Time prophecies have come true. So where's the gathering at this year in Minnesota?
Wisconsin. I think they want to keep it out of Minnesota and really find a place in Wisconsin and just, do something about the water rather than try and find an acceptable site.
Well, we're protesting Elizabeth Warren. We're starting that campaign, the Cherokee Nation in South North Carolina.
Well, I don't think that's not real because she embraces the tribal opinion on it. She has.
She went to college being a fraud. She has to be.
No, she didn't. She's never claimed tribal membership ever. No, she just claimed she had an ancestor in casual conversation. Next. No, I'm not going to argue with you about it. I don't really like her, but there are other reasons.
Mary Cerrito becomes Barack Obama.
There's other reasons not to like Warren. She's a fucking Zionist. She's a fucking Zionist, and she accepts the Warhawks appropriations too much.
She appropriated fucking our culture to get into fucking college, and we're fucking pissed.
No, she didn't, dear. No, she didn't. She didn't. People are making more of it than it was. Yeah, no, I don't want to argue with you. She didn't.
You better go study up on it.
I did! She fucking didn't. the tribe is more people talking about it that pissed off the tribe than what she actually did, and she's made her peace with the tribe. So don't give me that shit.
She's a fraud, Tommy. You know that.
No, she never claimed tribal membership, man. Somebody got hold of that shit, and she never actually had any. It never had any bearing on her college anything.
Here's what's coming down. Trump is free and Leonard Bell here.
Fat fucking chance of that.
FBI is so bad. Call me. This is a fucking criminal. So get that. Think of that.
Trump's gonna let Peltier go. What about Annie Mae?
Annie Mae.
Yeah, there are people that claim that he's the one that tortured and killed Annie Mae.
Oh, we just let out that kid that killed that pimp. She was in for 17 years, killed her sex slave pimp from Mexico.
I don't know about that. Oh yeah, they're letting her go. They're letting her go in August with 10 years on probation. I mean on parole.
Trump's let out a lot of people.
There's another one. I forget. I think it was in Wisconsin that killed her rapist. That's I forget. It was a thing in Wisconsin, I think, where she was in Milwaukee and there was a guy in Kenosha. Yeah, sex slaver in Kenosha, and she was in Milwaukee and she killed the guy. And they're trying her for murder.
Trump's doing the right thing. Trump 2020.
Oh, give me a break. Give me a fucking break. Trump's not going to make it out of 2019 in the White House. He's going down, man.
Does this go on the Kiwi Farms by any chance?
No, it's just getting canned. I'm not streaming.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah, I just when the phone rings from restricted, I just hit the camera. I start the camera.
You're a star, man. It's sort of awesome.
Well, I only got, I get calls from the cops on the restricted line. I get calls from the trolls on the restricted line, and I get calls from you on the restricted line. So that it's mostly been cops and trolls lately. So I've been starting the camera every time it rings.
Kiwi Farms, how may I help you? I called you a couple days ago, didn't I?
Huh?
I think I called you a couple days ago. Oh, I'm eating some eggs, dude. Starving. So you went all the way to Denver. And you got shut down, huh? How the fuck did you get out of Denver?
I took the bus back.
Hitchhiked?
No, I took the bus back. I went to Denver, worked the show, and then took the bus home.
Oh, cool.
And we're plugged into him we're showing with him at the Howard Johnson's. And he's not charging me for the space, and he's paying me commissions on sales.
Oh, wow. Has
Yeah.
the gym shows already started? Is that
no, it doesn't really start until the end of the month, but he comes in, he's getting going on the 15th.
Wow. When's the big show?
Well, there's actually several of them all over town, and I think the first one starts on the 26th.
I forgot about that preacher guy. What was his name? Richard Halen, the one that called you from Virginia? Did you troll that dude?
I don't troll anybody.
I like that stuff. That's good.
No, I don't. I really don't. I'm just being me and responding to people. I don't go chasing after anybody. I mean, if I see somebody that's like needs to be somebody who needs to be educated, somebody needs an attitude adjustment.
I had a fucking tea bag for 2 weeks, man. What a bummer. Yeah, those pain medications almost got me again, homie. Fucking doctor, man. So no.
I need to log
How
out.
do you like your new place?
The new place is smaller and cleaner. You know, the building itself is much cleaner. It's not fucking vermin infested like the other one. I mean, I've seen a few roaches, and we killed some mice. And that's it. It wasn't like they were constantly coming at me. And it's real quiet. It's really, really quiet. I'm sleeping real well.
Oh, cool. Good.
And you know, it's a I don't know. The neighborhood is very poor around me. There's a lot of poverty around me. There's a lot of native people that older natives that hang out in the park, homeless natives, all around the park, around the intersection of 4th Avenue and 22nd, where the park is. All around that corner, there's a lot of older native people and people of color that are homeless that live there. They had a whole thing at Santa Rita Park. They had something they called Camp Bravo, that was a tent city for vets that had, you know, at least 100 people in it that they just finally shut down.
Wow. Yeah, I got stuck up in Toronto for a while with some fucking fake Indians up there. Remember that chick, that Archima Eve Stone?
Not really.
Grifter on the internet?
Not really.
Yeah.
You know Joy Brown?
Well, yeah, she's from the Turtle Tribe in,
She's been.
what is it? New Hampshire or something like that.
Joy Brown? No, she's fucking Lakota. She's from like what the hell? It was not Pine Ridge. What's the other one that's real poor over there?
Sioux.
Joy Brown.
Standing Rock, Sioux.
No, it wasn't Standing Rock. It was there. There's one closer to Pine Ridge.
Lakota?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's an actor, and then Swan. You know James Swan? You know Swan? Are you buddies with Swan?
I was.
He's like, boy, the traditionals think he's a fucking idiot. You know, I'm friends with Crazy Horse's descendants.
They killed my Clifford account.
You know Thurman Horse? I'm friends with his son.
Oh, cool.
Well, Joseph is a two-spirit.
What happened to that gay chick with all the tattoos on her face?
Oh man, you go tune into her Facebook page. Holy shit, she has been just in it. She's been overhauling a boat, 100-year-old wooden boat in New Zealand. That they totally screwed her on the deal. She thought she wouldn't have to do anywhere near as much work to get this thing seaworthy, and she's got to take the whole motherfucking thing apart, strip it down, rebuild it. And she's doing it. She's totally fucking on top of it. She's been fucking amazing.
Wow. Is she in New Zealand right now?
She's in New Zealand.
Wow.
Planning on sailing it back here on the east by sailing west to east. She's gonna bring it across the Indian Ocean and shit, and through the Suez Canal. I think is what she's got in her mind. Then bring it across the Atlantic.
That's amazing, dude.
Oh, she is. She's incredible. She's a totally incredible young thing. You know, I've never talked to her about why she decided to put the tattoos all over her face. Because her family's not really traditional. She got, they're mixed race, and they were, she grew up in away, in the city.
Right.
But she fell in with the rail riders. She loves the rails and she loves the desert. I think the family's part Yaqui, is what it is.
Uh,
And she's just totally a wild spirit and real fucking talented. She's done some big murals here.
wow.
Yeah, last summer she was like, learning how to do native pottery with some Pueblo people up in New Mexico.
Uh,
The summer before she left. Amazing young lady, really sweetheart, real sweet chick, and deep. She deep. She got some deep thought.
as soon as you post your shit online, they posted another message board and another and a Kiwi Pops. I mean, literally, as soon as you post.
No, I know they got a bot. They have a bot rig. They have a bot rig to do it.
Awesome.
They don't. They have it automated. And then they don't want to pay me for it. And then when I try to demand payment, they tell me I'm trying to extort them.
Well, I paid you $50 to pay Bitcoin.
Huh?
You got paid $50 in Bitcoin there.
I got paid $50 in Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
By who? I don't. I don't have any Bitcoin. I think he gave me $5 or something once. But I lost track of it. It's like, no, come on. I'm a fair trade capitalist. I like solid species. I like to trade in precious metal and gold and stones.
So who's staying with you right now? Anybody?
Nobody. Ariana's on her way here to arrive the 15th at the latest. But then they're not staying. She's bringing her two friends, and they'd rather they're wanting to find a place out in the desert to camp. They don't want to
Wow.
stay in the city. The show's starting next week. Well, I don't know the show's
Wow.
we're setting up starting the 15th.
Well, I hope you get a new phone.
I do. I need to. I've been trying for weeks. For weeks, I've ordered two from eBay that were defective when they arrived, and then I went to the store the other day and they didn't have one they didn't have one I felt like paying that much money for. I didn't have that much money to spend.
Man, they must have did a lot of fucking emailing to Facebook to get that account shut down. I mean, you get that group shut down.
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. All I know
We
it's
had it
it's
for like
it
3 years.
well it's sad because it was mainly an international group.
Right. That's all that ever came through was international freaks.
Yeah, a few trolls and international people is all that was in it. Because Rainbow Hawk is like outcast among the current high holies. They don't they don't tolerate his shit. They denounce him for being a grifter.
How's your boy Gary Stubbs?
I have no idea. I haven't blocked. Bucksbaum has me blocked, but he's following me on Twitter and talking to me there. He's trying to build up his he's trying to build his Twitter presence right now. And do you know about MeWe.com?
Really?
MeWe.com.
Oh, yeah. He's dead, right?
Huh?
It's not Neely?
MeWe. No, it's a new site they found.
Oh,
www.mewe.com. Gabe.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gabe's vocalizing a new rainbow group there. MeWe. Do you know Maz?
What's that fucking dude's name?
Who?
The wee dude.
Oh, that's John. Yeah, he's there. the we all. That's John Beck. He's cool. It looks weird. It looks weird. He's a word jazz artist. So his writing looks weird, like he's like totally off his nut, right? But when he's reading it, it sounds he reads it so it sounds like it's like making sense.
I think I was taken from Alcoholics Anonymous weed.
Huh?
It's taken from Alcoholics Anonymous weed.
Oh, the wee one.
Yeah. Not me, but we had included in it. It's fucking started, man.
Oh shit. We've been Timmy. We've been on the phone 45 minutes. I need to get some shit done. Okay. I said we've been on the phone 45 minutes. I need to get some shit done, please.
Alright, man.
Call me anytime, but like
This thing, Timmy Time, Tommy too, you know what I mean? Kind of steady support.
who's saying Timmy Time is Tommy Tudor?
That, what's his name, Mosh or
Well, no.
the Romanian.
They don't know what they're talking about. They only have two Rainbow Family people in their roster, Herb and a dead one by the name of Martin Cheney.
Well, I'm sick, whatever. Alright, man. I'll call you when you get a phone.
Yeah, happy day. Rock and roll. Bye bye. Yeah, that was Timmy Time. Thanks for watching. Happy day. Bye.